Good morning, you guys. Welcome to episode 62 of the First and 10 NFL New York Jets podcast. How are you this morning, my brother?
I'm good. I'm good. My quaff's not good, but I'm good. I'm good.
Oh,
Nice,
man.
nice. Not warm here today, but a definitely nice sunny day out here on the East Coast. So
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, I'm setting up my pool later, so
nice.
I don't
Nice.
care what the temperature is.
Yeah, go for a swim, man. You have it. Go for it. Go for it.
Even though it's going to be 49 degrees tonight, it's like dumping ice into the water. But
Hey, it's like what the pros do after a game. You take that nice ice
ice,
bath, right?
the ice bath, yes.
Yeah.
So,
For me, it was a slow week. As everyone knows, mandatory mini camp opened up. What was your take on the 2-day extravaganza?
well, I mean, I have a little breakdown here of some of the guys that stood out.
Okay. So
I
what
mean,
since you have some information, what did you learn over these 48 hours, going into camp in July, in mid-July? What have we learned of our team in these 2-day mandatory mini camp?
that wide receiver Jeff Smith is ahead of Mims. That's what we learned.
Okay. Does that shock you from where Mims was last year, down in a hole?
No.
Penalties, couldn't catch a ball, couldn't get out of his own way. Does that shock you? It doesn't shock me. Doesn't mean Mims is not going to come on and become the fourth receiver or maybe the fifth receiver on this team. But
well, yeah, I mean, the projections I see, they got Smith as number 5 ahead of Mims.
Yeah, I know Mims is going to have to
But
work
I
for
mean,
it.
it's only mandatory mini camp, OTAs. Let's get into training camp.
Yeah. And I'll get into more stuff on Mims as we go on, unless you want to just dive right in.
Yeah, I mean, Garrett Wilson, who was quiet in OTAs, he made some nice plays on Tuesdays. On Tuesday, he's still grasping the offense.
Yeah, of course.
Tight end Lawrence Cager, an undrafted free agent in 2020. I mean, he's going to have a hard time with the tight end room we have now.
Yes, true.
And again, Mims flashed in practice several times on Wednesday. But what does it mean?
I don't know what any of it. I don't know what any of it means anymore, because we're so quick to say, well, if Mims is good or if Mims shows flashes, we could trade him. But as a whole, we're so, and not all of us, but, and again, I'm going to preface this by saying we are fans of the guy, but Becton just shocks the crap out of me. And what was the point in showing your face at mandatory minicamp if there wasn't going to be anything?
Because it was mandatory.
Yes. All right. I take that back. It was mandatory, but it was mandatory, and you were going to show some work. Now I know he did some work on the side with the trainers, like Lawson did. I'm skipping around here because I'm very on the fence with this guy, and I like him, but I'm starting to wane the other way.
Oh, I hear.
I hear you. I'm getting to a point. We heard Salah say Zach Wilson, beefy, looking good, quicker in grasping the offense. We heard Salah say this. Sorry, Salah said this about Zach Wilson. We heard Salah's. Go ahead.
That leads me to my next thing. Something I didn't realize until I read this. In OTAs, he was like really non-impressive, Zach. Inaccurate, inconsistent, unsure of himself. That's what I read.
But you see, that's the thing, Kevin, and this is where, not that me and you are gonna butt heads, but this is where, like, you hear one reporter, and I won't say names, say, oh yeah, he was unimpressive, but then you hear someone else say, oh, very impressive, finished up strong. So every reporter views things differently, so I'm not going to get into you know.
I mean, that was OTAs, but on the flip side, in the mandatory minicamp this week, supposedly he ripped it.
Okay.
10 for 13 and 11 on 11, 13 for 16 and 7 on 7.
Yeah.
So, hey, we'll see.
Yeah, I heard he was grasping the offense quicker. Now, again, everyone's going to have a good and bad practice, good and bad series. Nothing's ever perfect. But my point being, like, and I was botching up the names. We heard Salah say how good Zach is coming along. We heard Salah say how Mims is in great shape, you know, he's looking good, you know. But we didn't hear mum on Becton. We didn't hear mum on Becton. And Jet fans want to protect him as if he won a Super Bowl already, or he's the next coming of whatever. And well, I get it. There's a lot. Go ahead.
And I mean, like I was telling you, the shirt we're wearing now. Fat, lazy, out of shape, bum, sucks, overweight, injury prone. He says he's been called that all his life. Mm-hmm. So he put it on his shirt. Well, okay, why have you been called that all your life?
Yeah, I know he wants to use it for motivation. Yeah, why have
yeah, right. But where did those things come from?
Yeah. Now listen, I know he's a mountain of a man. I understand all that.
Absolutely.
But as
I call it a brick shit house.
Yeah. So. And I'm speaking, Kevin, as a 52-year-old Jet fan. All right. I'm not speaking as the 22-year-old Jet fan. I'm speaking as a 52-year-old Jet fan. We didn't hear our coach say strong, muscular, trimmed down. We heard nothing. We heard
ready to roll.
Yeah. We heard nothing. We heard nothing. So why are we supposed to believe come July or come August, hopefully not come September, he's going to be ready to give us 100%? We heard nothing. This is our coaching staff. We heard Zach, beefy, grasping the offense, quicker on his reads, understanding the defense. We heard Mims, best shape we've seen him in. Nice catches, prototypical wide receiver if he could get it together. Becton was quiet. I heard one reporter say, yeah, he's wearing the compression jersey, which means he probably hadn't made weight yet. I don't buy into all that, but we did not hear.
Well, they would. I think somebody asked Salah about the weight, and he wouldn't give a number.
We didn't hear anything. Fine, you don't want him to practice. I would have loved to hear, we're so proud of what Becton did in the offseason. He made the weight we asked. He's looking good. He's working with the trainers on the side. We like everything we see. Flexibility is good. Mobility is good. Why didn't we hear any of it? You can't tell me that's not a red flag.
Yeah, I know. And then you got Fant with his cryptic tweets about Fitzpatrick, Mekhi Fitzpatrick deal there. 4 years, 73.6 million, 36 million guaranteed.
Yeah. If Fant thinks he's getting a contract like that,
his tweet was, "Oh, must be nice." That's what he said.
Yeah. And I don't want to harp on the Becton thing, but they make it easy for us.
Yeah, but with no info.
Yeah. When our coaching staff doesn't come out and say anything, you got to worry a little. You got to realize maybe they're not happy either. And they're not going to throw dirt on the kid. They're not going to let the media attack him, because the media does that enough, as we're doing here ourselves. But I would have loved to seen like the wow factor. Even if he didn't even step onto the field, I would have loved to hear reporters or people at the practice say, Mekhi looked trimmed down. Yeah, he's a monster of a man, but he looks slimmer. There was something different about Mekhi.
Right.
You know?
Yep. I hear you. Hey.
And then someone showed a picture where he's down on all fours. He was probably doing a stretch or whatever. If I don't know anything about football and I just scroll that picture, I think, here's a man who can't get up off the ground. It was such a bad photo of him. And then another photo, they show him, he's wearing the black compression, the belly is sticking out. People, if you ever wore compression, if you're not an anatomy chart, compression has the idea to make you look a little more sausage than what you really are. But in Mekhi's case, like, I would have loved to heard more positive. We kept Mekhi on,
and we didn't hear nothing.
Nothing. So how could we sit here and say, oh, it's okay, he'll be ready for July? He's going home now for 30 days before we have to report back.
It's a lot of biscuits.
Yeah. And I know we touched on this in past episodes where we heard things like, well, he's staying out of trouble. I get it, check. He's a father now. I get it, check. But we also heard he stays home and plays video games. He should be out there training more. That's my take on it.
No, I agree. I absolutely, totally agree.
You were our first pick with Joe Douglas. Yeah, Joe Douglas was hired late. It was a mishmash of theories on the first draft class, but you were our first pick under Douglas.
Mm-hmm.
You are the mountain that we wanted to protect our quarterback.
And so far,
no,
the jury is out.
And that's my question, Kevin. Yes, we saw flashes in his first season, the first 14 games. All right, we saw flashes. But now, and then in week 1, until he got hurt by Mr. Van Roden, who, as everyone knows, who really cares, signed with Buffalo this week. Good luck, Buffalo. I just worry about Mekhi. I really do. And again, I'm going to preface this by saying we are fans of the kid. I think this is why I know we sound negative, but we're fans of him. We want this kid to succeed. And
I'd love nothing more than a stud left tackle.
Yeah. And I'm glad Jet Nation is a lot more calmer about this than I am. And I know it sounds like I'm not a fan and I'm always knocking. I'm not, but we waited a whole year after this injury to see the new Mekhi that we saw on the videos. And all we saw was him standing on the sidelines.
Yeah, BSing with everybody. I know.
Was there any reports did anybody say he looked trimmer, slimmer, fitter? Did anyone? We heard nothing. Our coaching staff didn't even say anything. How could that be a red flag, Jet Nation?
Somebody pressed them for a weight. They wouldn't give one. They wouldn't give a number.
All we heard, he's ready to ball out. He's coming to the mini camp. He's coming to the mini. And he came and he stood around.
Why wouldn't you say, yeah, he's down to 3, blah, blah. He's in great shape.
Give us something positive with our first pick in the 2020 draft, whatever draft it was. I don't even remember anymore. Give me something positive. I'm sorry. Like, I know it sounds we're down on him, and maybe we are, but I'm not holding out hope that even in July and I hope I'm wrong, because everyone's convinced that he is. He's going to shut up all the naysayers, and boy, that's
what he said. That's what he said right out of his own mouth. He's going to make everybody eat their words.
Yeah. And boy, would I love that. And that probably includes me as one of the naysayers. And again, I personally say I'm a fan of the guy.
Hey,
but I'm starting to worry. This is now almost a full year. He can't start practicing football. He cannot get into football shape starting September 1st. He already has to be there. He already has to be 50% of the way there. Because
now's the time. Now's the time.
Yeah, because July it's going to be all out. And come July, when we step on that court for camp, are we guaranteed he's going to be ready?
And I mean, what do you got? 3-4 weeks?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Are we guaranteed? And I know nothing in life is guaranteed. Nothing is ever. But, I would have liked to seen more positive coming out of the coaching staff. I would have loved Salah to take the podium and say, just because you guys aren't seeing him on the field doesn't mean we're not talking to our trainers and hearing what our trainers have to say. Did he say all that and I just missed it?
I didn't hear him say that. telling you, they gave very veiled information.
Yeah.
Whatever.
And then the little bit of good news we hear from Mims, I hear people say, oh, that's good. Maybe if he plays well, we could trade him. Maybe we could trade him. If he plays good, we could trade him. Oh, he's in good shape. Maybe we could trade him.
If he plays good, we got a good player.
Exactly. Why do we want to trade him?
I don't know.
Jet fans want Mims out of town so goddamn quick. And here, maybe in year 3, the light bulb went on for him and he's ready to be the receiver we thought. And if he shows glimpses, we want him out of town. But Becton, we're willing to wait and wait and wait and see and wait and hope.
Yeah, I know.
Whatever.
Hey, time will tell. Time will tell.
Yeah, you know.
We'll know in about 4 weeks.
Yeah.
5 weeks.
52 years, Kevin, 46 of them as a Jet fan. I've been waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting.
You and me both. You and me both.
You know?
I think though we do have a number 1 corner. I heard Sauce looked real good in mandatory minicamp.
Have you heard anything of the undrafted free agent? Has anybody stood out? Has anybody shined?
Well, not so much. I didn't hear too much about this year's crop, but again, Cager, who was an undrafted free agent in 2020, but again, it's a deep tight end room. So
yeah. Where does that leave our boy Kenny?
On the outside looking in, the practice squad? I don't know.
I don't know. We got no word on if Riley Reef is going to sign. We're still waiting out on that. You know, of course, we always need O-line help.
Always. Hey, you can never have too many horses in the stable, you know?
Yeah. And I want to be positive with Mekhi. I don't want to keep beating a dead horse, but I would have liked to have just seen. Yes, he made the weight we asked him to. Yes, even though he's not doing drills with us, he's working with the trainers, and the trainers are saying A, B, C. We heard
something.
Yeah, everything's veiled in secrecy with Mekhi. Everything. It's almost like maybe the Jets are creating a monster, and they don't want to unveil it until mid-July. Or they're
we could only be so lucky.
Yeah, or the monster is that this kid's not ready and we have to hide him as best as we can because we're going to have egg on our face. I don't know. I'm just throwing out the pros and the cons of all this Mekhi stuff. But Jet fans seem to want to give him more of a pass. And I get it for what we saw in those first 14 games. But to me, that feels like years ago. I need to see the
absolutely, man.
I need to see some new and improved Mekhi, and that's what I was hoping for. I was hoping for in this mini camp, ball out, in shape, can't wait. He was so ready to go. We had to, hold him back. He wanted to get out there and show the world, show the Jet fans what we drafted, and we got none of it.
Hey, it's what have you done for me lately, right?
Yep. You know, we got all his nicknames on a shirt, which was probably given to him by the Jet media, whoever, all these nicknames. That's what his press conference was about.
I know.
Whatever.
Like I said, fat, lazy, out of shape, bum, sucks, overweight, injury prone. Well, where'd those things come from?
Yeah.
Where'd those labels for you come from?
Yeah. No, I know. And I know, Jeff fans, I apologize because it sounds like we're ripping him, and rightfully so, in my mind, rightfully so right now. But I'm not, and I hope I have egg on my face, Kevin. I'm hoping in July we see, like after the first few days, we see the monster of a man that we all want.
I want an angry Mekhi.
Yeah. And listen, I know at 6'7", he's never going to be 250. We know that. That's not what I'm saying, Jeff. And before you kill me in the comments, but wouldn't it have been nice if Salah came out and said, looks slim, looking good, best shape we've ever seen him in. Coming in at 345, coming in at 350, 340 maybe, we heard none of that. None of that. But no one
zero.
seems to be worried about it. I'm the only one who seems to be worried. Maybe I'm an idiot. That's why. Oh, as long as he's ready for July, he's got to be halfway to football shape now. We can't start worrying in July getting him there. That's my take on it.
Yeah. No, I agree completely. I completely agree.
You trained for the Mr. Universe. You trained 6 months before, not 3 weeks before. The final 3 weeks is when you're slimming things up, shredding up a little more. I don't know. Maybe I'm just talking in left field. I'm talking crazy. I don't know. I'm just not hearing the positives, and I'm worried. This is worried. This is not. It sounds like I'm angry. This is worried. I'm worried about Mekhi. I'm worried about our future linemen.
Well, hey, they had a chance this week to give us some info, and they
nothing, and that's what's scary.
Kept it tamped down, so they didn't say much.
I believe we even heard Lawson's ahead of schedule. They showed pictures of him jogging, running, sprinting. Mm-hmm. We saw that. Man looks like he's in incredible shape from what I saw. So tell me I'm crazy. Somebody talk me off the ledge.
Please.
Seriously.
I can't because I agree with you. So
seriously, I watch all our friends' podcasts and I watch people and everyone is so high on Mekhi, and I get it. I know what we saw in college, what we saw those first few games, but those were ages ago. That was ages ago.
Yeah.
And again, I'll say it that this coaching staff did not pick him. And not that I'm saying, because he wasn't one of our guys, we're going to look to get rid of him. But how nice, people, if the coaching staff said something positive this week, that they're in the kid's corner. Nothing.
Telling to me was that you wouldn't give a number on his weight. Why?
Yeah.
Why? Why is that a big deal?
Well, the only thing I could think was because he didn't make the weight they wanted him, whatever they wanted him in at, 350, 355, 345. I don't know what they wanted him in at.
You'd think they were asking Salah for a Social Security number.
Yeah.
Holy crap. Anyway, what else I got?
Before you go on a positive note, Jet Nation and Kevin, I don't know if you watched it. The Jets unveiled their 5-part series, Flight 2022. Mm-hmm. Very, very good. I caught the first 3 episodes yesterday. I sat down and I watched it. Very interesting how this organization, we're getting a real insight to how it all works, from drafting to the numbers, but not only that, how this organization is finally from top to bottom looks like on the same page. Like it just looks awesome, from the scouting, from the reporting, how they all meet to discuss and they, bang thoughts off of each other and what do you think? This is what I think, blah, blah, blah. It's just like I said, it's a 5-part series, Jet fans. If you're very interested in the underbelly of the boardroom and what goes on in the
inner workings.
Yeah, this is a very good series. It's 5-part series. I watched the first 3. Very good stuff. Highly recommended. I kind of wanted to bring it back to a higher note because
Well, I can give you a higher note. Okay. Thank God, no Tyreek.
Okay.
One of the best things that I think that happened to us was that deal fell through.
Okay.
Did you see him say that Tua is more accurate than Mahomes?
I saw something about that, but
come on, man. Come on.
I don't know where to go with that story. Like, I didn't even bother to open it up because I figured this was just one of those headlines to reel you in and you learn nothing, or nothing was ever said.
Well, yeah, pretty much. I mean, but I mean, he still said it.
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. So you're going to the Super Bowl in Miami
Yeah,
this year.
yeah, yeah. Well, you know what? The Dolphin fans are probably hoping that he's right because, I hear more of the noodle arm tour than I
Yeah,
hear
that's what I hear.
the dead balls accuracy tour.
I mean, how can you stand up there with a straight face and say he's more accurate than Patrick Mahomes?
I don't.
I don't know. I don't know.
Well, it's what you're supposed to say when the old employee doesn't, give you the increase and you have to, go
Yeah, I
somewhere
guess.
else or demand
I
a
guess.
trade or right.
Good
Let me-
luck.
yeah. Let me ask you something. Did I hear right? Did they ask CJ Mosley in the mandatory mini camp about Sauce Gardner? And did he say he has to earn the name Sauce? Which I think is pretty cool. Like nothing's handed
I
off.
heard something
Yeah.
about that.
Nicknames have to be
Earned. That's
earned. Yeah.
CJ.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
CJ.
And I like the fact that defensive lineman Johnson, he's always talking, things have to be earned. We have to, nothing's given to us, Can this team?
Sauce did have a 100-yard pick six on Zach
Okay, wow.
during the week.
I did not know that. I did not know that.
100-yard pick six.
I heard Elijah Moore say it's going to be hard to cover the three of us, the three receivers when we're out there. And that's what, and here's the positives now. When I see, and it's just paper, when I see this team and I see how good they could be and we hope them to be, how I don't know the guy's name, the reporter for ESPN, has us drafting number 1 this upcoming year in 2020. Are you kidding me?
Hey,
I'm so sick of it.
Listen, let them keep talking and whatever.
I'm so sick of the knock on my organization. But again, I'm sitting here knocking them myself. So what I don't know. Although on a positive note, Good Morning Football did have 2 Jet linebackers on their top 5 list of underrated linebackers, Larry Grantham and Mo Lewis, which was nice to get some love from Good Morning Football.
Mo, I wonder if the Patriots are still sending Mo gifts.
Yeah, he's still on their payroll.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, hey, that's about it for me this morning.
Yeah. I just want to leave you off on this quote. I won't say the reporter's name because everyone, we like him, we dislike him, but a quote from Salah was that when Mekhi is right, whatever that means, he can be transcendent. Well, when is he gonna be right? I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, that's it on
whatever that means.
Yeah, that's it on my end. As we'll
Yep.
The next couple of weeks will be quiet. We won't hear much until camp revs up in mid-July, and then it'll be full speed ahead. And
Yep. Surprised we haven't heard more about cuts on June 1st. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
I don't know.
With a lot of teams, like I know the Eagles didn't even meet for a mandatory. Like some teams aren't even meeting for this stuff anymore. So we are probably not going to get anything until early July, until camp opens up.
We get closer.
Yeah, because it's all going to get real mid-July when where you could only practice X amount of days with pads, I believe, but it's going to get real. The next couple of weeks will be hard to get through because there'll probably be, unless we make a signing here, a cut there, it's going to be like a desert for the next couple.
It's going to be quiet. Yeah, quiet.
Pick up, but that's it. That's it for me.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Can't wait to get started with the off season we've had so far.
Yeah.
Can't come soon enough.
Yeah, I agree. Let's go.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's it here. Nothing else to say.
No.
And we'll see you guys next week for episode number 63.
Yeah.
Crazy, man. Can you believe this shit?
Yeah. Hey. we'll just keep doing what we're doing, and you know, we love our subscribers. Keep it up, pass the word.
Oh, hell
Keep
yeah,
liking,
hell
keep
yeah,
subscribing, and you know
hell
what?
yeah. And as we get towards the season and training camp opens up and everything, we're gonna bring back show and tell.
All right, nice, nice. That's awesome. I love
Some
that.
of, some of the best segments
Oh
of
yeah.
the show last year,
Oh
show
yeah.
and tell. So
And we'll definitely bring the guests back during the season. Maybe
Yep.
we'll have 1 or 2 pop on before the season starts, but good things to
Yeah.
come this year. Let's keep
I'd
our
like to
fingers
get I'd
crossed.
like to get 2 people on at once if we could.
Yeah, let's try it. Let's go for it. Let's put it out there. Sounds good.
Get a little 4-way conference going
Yeah.
here.
Well, I'll reach out to a few people and we'll see what we could do in the coming weeks. Do we want all Jet fans on? Like, do we want 2 other Jet fans, or do we want other
We
teams?
want everybody.
All
We
right.
want everybody.
All right. So let's see who's available. We'll put out the feelers.
Everybody. We welcome everybody.
All right, we'll put out the feelers. Sounds good. Like a round table where we just
Yeah.
discuss, predict. All right, sounds good. Let's do it.
Just talk about football.
Yeah. Anybody
Your-
out there with
your,
interest?
Your team, my team,
Yeah.
his team.
Yeah, anybody, her team, anybody with interest, hit us up
Mhm.
in the comments. Come on.
Absolutely.
We don't have
Absolutely.
any qualms on who comes on. We love everyone. Come on board. Like we said, just nothing fancy about us, people. Nothing fancy. Just talk.
Nothing
how you feel.
fancy here at all, man.
Yeah. Sometimes what we're spewing, we're not even sure what we're spewing, but we're spewing anyway.
That's right. That's right.
We're just having a good time with our team. And whoever wants to come on and talk their team, pop us a comment and let us know.
That's what it's all about. Imagine if we start winning, how fun it'll be. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
all right.
All right, my brother.
I'm going to set up my pool.
Have fun. I'm going food shopping.
Now,
Lucky me.
oh man, you better take a second mortgage.
I know.
All right, you guys have a great weekend. Enjoy this beautiful Saturday, and we'll talk to you next week. And jet up. Have a good one.
All right.